Good morning. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. Good morning, Applejacks, Miss First. Good morning, Prey. Good morning, Timbo. How are you guys this morning? Good morning. Good morning. So I've only taken one trade. I had to get out of it quickly because I didn't realize the point of control changed. I've missed a couple of trades and then I had to reset my charts because for one, when I first got on, my order flow charts were not working. Don't know what happened with that. I had to reset that twice. And then also I realized that my chart trader indicator was still based on the 32 tick chart, 36, one of the two. So that reset my charts as well, and now I'm here. So I'm gonna try something a little different today. I'm gonna try to take some trades, okay? I did, thanks to Pred, I did change my Renko setting to where my threshold is 2 instead of 1 in hopes that that will help with the zigzag, making sure it doesn't like detach itself as much. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna try something a little bit different to see if the help increases the number of trades that I take while still being able to trade with a little bit of accuracy. So we'll see. Good morning, good morning. So we got a couple more seconds and then I'm green lighted to trade. Oh man. I'm exhausted. I literally just went to sleep. For a while I was like, I might as well just stay up. But then I was like, no, I don't want to stay up. I actually want to try to go to sleep. And then I looked up and it was like damn near, I probably went to sleep about 6:30 or something. I don't know. My body is just dumb. I'm over it. I'm so over it. No point in taking the trade there, too close to where I would have to break even. So I didn't take that. A lot of neutral bars today on the reversal bars, which has been ugh. Yeah, I know, Applejacks. My sleep schedule is trash. It's because I've been taking naps. But honestly, I feel less tired. Even though my sleep is trash, I definitely feel less tired. Really, bro. Oh, that's why it does that. Okay, that makes sense. I wanted to take this buy right here, but the point of control ended up being neutral. So I had to sit out. And for right, actually, I can't remember if, no, neutrals actually worked, so I'm slow. I should have taken that. I think the neutrals work. Like I said, I'm changing things just a little bit. Kind of something that I was trying to do a while ago in regards to which bars I compare. We'll see. Good morning, Janelle. Not happy, exhausting Friday. Thoughts on gold? So I looked at gold. I looked at a 10 and 20 tick chart, and to be quite honest, I can't remember what my thoughts were. I think I didn't really look too deep into it because um I feel like the 20 tick chart didn't have um enough trades in a session, but the 10, based on the time of the reversal bars, was going to be too fast, I think. And then when I looked back at Nasdaq and put the 2 tick threshold on there, I was like, oh, we'll just stick with Nasdaq. The zigzag's attaching properly now. But I think that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I had some really good opportunities this morning so far, though. I just couldn't capitalize because I kept having to restart my charts, which is very annoying because before I took a nap this morning, before getting on the stream, I made sure that I changed all the charts back to, or changed all the charts to the brick size that I wanted to use, but I always forget I have to change that chart trader. And that's what kind of screwed me this morning. All right, there's too much volume in that swing right there. My allergies are kicking my ass. All right, I did not want a 1-bar pullback. But yeah, the zigzag is way better on a 2-tick threshold. I'm even thinking about going to a 4. We'll see. We will see. $45. $13. Nope, now we pushed down too far. $31. Nope, not enough delta. Ay. Not enough delta. All right, let's see if we could push back up. I just want to see if I can get a couple of trades in. That would be nice. Let's see, what is that? 299. $29. Bro. It's very annoying. Hey, now we got a motherfucking trade in. I'm done for the day. No, I'm just kidding. Those charts are ridiculous. Yeah, they are. They really are. 19, 2. All right, let's see if we can get another one in. Just approaching it a little bit different. 22. There's a lot of positive delta in that bar. If you're ever curious to see how delta builds up, this is why I told y'all I wanted to stop using order flow, because this shit just moves so fast sometimes. But this is basically kind of what I look at. Just watch it kind of build. And that's how, you know, point of controls can change, deltas can change super duper fucking fast. Too fast for my damn eyes. That would close. Nope. Failed. Yeah, that shit moves fast as hell. What's the ATR right now? 51? Jeez Louise. Neutral bar again. So when I say a neutral bar, this is what it looks like. Well, it's two different ways. It can either look like this, where the delta of the bar is 0, or it can be positive. Well, sometimes it's the point of control that's neutral, which I'm pretty sure the point of control being neutral shouldn't matter. So basically, this is what I'm trying out, which I was trying to do before. And I think the only reason why it didn't make a difference in like the results and what I was looking at was because I needed the order flow part of it, because I have to know if it's a trap or not. But basically I'm still doing the same thing of comparing volume of reversal bar. Well, no. I'm comparing the volume of my entry bar and the delta of my entry bar to the highest volume bar in the swing. And the reason why that is so significantly important is because even though the swing, starts with a reversal bar, that's not always the bar that carries the most volume of the swing. And so initially my thought process when I was first looking at this, I can't even tell you how long ago, a couple of months ago, was like, okay, well, if the swing was so much of a force of the push of that swing was from the reversal bar, then I should be, comparing that. But if it's a random bar somewhere else in the swing, well, then that should be the most important bar then, right? But then, like I said, it didn't make sense anymore because it didn't change the results of what I was looking at. But the reason why is because, again, delta is important. So, like for instance, in this swing down, like all of the bar with the highest volume is this outside bar right here. And so if I'm looking for a buy, I have to make sure that there's more volume in this reversal bar than this one. Not this one, not this one, not that. This is the one that matters, or the delta has to change. Because when you think about it, like I'm so zoomed in on a Renko chart, right? That there could be some kind of level here, there could be resting orders here, who knows? But this swing gained traction there, not up here. And so that's kind of what I was looking at last night to see if I wanted to change things up just a little bit based on that. And it might actually make things a lot easier for me by doing that as well. So I'm going to see. And it might make things easier because so far with what I was looking at last night, basically I won't have to distinguish between like, all right, if I'm going for any trade that's going with the trend, whether it's a pullback, divergence, whatever, the rules should stay the same. And it's very simple. There's only 3 different volume and order flow combinations that work, and you just stick with that. So we'll see what happens. 28. Those are just my initial thought processes, but we'll see. I don't. Yep, no. There's too much delta here. Way too much. I would have gotten wicked out to continue the trend down. Sure, it may not work on gold in London. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And that the biggest thing is that since I'm trading volume, I have to trade when volume is the highest, but it might still work in different settings because I'm using the order flow aspect of it. So that should transcend any time of day, technically speaking, but who knows? So like there's a lot of volume in this bar right here. There's 460 volume in this candle, but the reversal bar that started the trend was only 241. So something was there to make it stall, to make, there be a huge push there. And then there's positive 46 delta in that bar. So it seems like it was kind of trapping buyers there. So if I was looking for a buy, I need to compare that particular one. Well, how far are we gonna push here? I don't even, what the hell was that? Oh. Damn, I was about to sell click in. I missed that one. I missed it because I was trying to zoom back to see what the last volume of the previous swing was. And actually, it didn't even matter. Yeah, it didn't matter actually because of the new way that I'm doing it. Damn it. That was a great trade too. Definitely would have gotten filled. So yeah, I'm gonna play around with this. I kind of like it a lot more. It's practically no rules to think of. But this is what the inside looked like. So I would have gotten filled here. Then it pushed on down. All right, so we wait for the next one. This is not gonna be it. Volume is drying up. 2.7 thousand, 1.8 thousand. So it's drying up a little bit. So we gotta wait to see what happens next. Only thing I didn't look at was counter trends yet. I did look at counter trend like pullbacks, but not divergence. So I'll look at that this weekend. It's just something to play around with. But I really think it might help now that I got the order flow aspect. So we'll see. All right, let's see. 35. Oh, well, that's a 5. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like on the counter trend pullbacks when the volume is too heavy, 716 versus 337. I have to figure that one out. For now, I'm not going to take that if that sets up again. And I don't have a whole lot of examples for each thing yet because I just looked at data from the previous day. Just stuff runs through my mind and I'm like, ooh, let's take a look at this. All right, there was a 1 bar pullback with positive delta. With the crazy push down. It's like 100 ticks. Oh yeah, now because I'm on a 2-tick threshold, whatever number you see on the swing, multiply it by 2. So this was a 140 tick move off of a 1 bar pullback with positive delta. Wait for the next one. Yeah, I am. Yeah, the lack of volume and volatility. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll see though. Cause I do sometimes when I am up that late, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can catch a trade or two. But then I'm just like, it's no point. Let me just trade my little hour and 15 minutes during the market open. Lemon cake slices at home. Ooh. As long as it's not too lemony. You know what? I hate when people do I hate when people do that. Like people who don't like fish because it tastes too fishy. Like it's fish. And here I am saying, as long as it's not too lemony, girl, it's lemon. It's a lemon cake. It's supposed to be lemony. 2, 3. That was negative delta. Pretty sure that, yep. Lemon, garlic, chicken, and pasta last night. Ooh, that sounds good. Not you have a problem. I take it you like the flavor of lemon. Volume drying up. So let's see. Something else that I noticed last night, and I promise you I never paid attention to this, and I don't know why I did not, because ChatGPT told me to. But ChatGPT said, let me see if I could find an example. I feel like I saw one. See if I can find one. Because I'm quite sure I've actually lost trades because of this before. Pretty sure. I know I saw an example earlier. I'm trying to see. Boom, here. Now, this one ended up winning anyway, but... Alright, so if you look at the volume of these swings, right? So you can see that we have 481 in this swing up, and there's 459 in this swing up. So that lets me know the buyers are in control, right? So I know at that point I could start looking for this pullback to possibly trade. However, if you look at, and I think this only matters when it starts with a lower low and goes to a higher high to higher low. But if you look here, this swing down was 505, which means that even though there's more buyers in this swing up than this one, there's still less buyers than the sellers in the swing down. Now, again, I think this only matters when it starts with a lower low, because technically, if we start with a lower low, we are switching trends from a downtrend to an uptrend. So it would matter that there is more buyers in the swing up than both of these swings. But I noticed when I was looking at the charts yesterday, there were trades that I would have normally taken, like with my strategy, that would have lost because of that one simple thing. And I would have honestly never paid attention to it. Even though ChatGPT told me, which is the craziest part. Come on, change. And I feel like it told me based on that type of pullback, the alternate pullback. So like here is setting up now. So I would normally be looking for a buy right now, but I can't, because even though the buyers are showing a strong trend up compared to here, it's still less buyers than the sellers that pushed down. So I can't look for a buy. And now, I mean, the zigzag just messed up anyway, but that's something I never paid attention to. Why didn't you pack a lunch? Because you would have probably wanted it for lunch and dinner. Wait, are we in? Oh, I'm slow. We're in uptrend. We're inside the change zone. So I'd rather just wait to see if we change to a downtrend right now. But yeah, I like basically put in ChatGPT what, and I did this like a couple weeks ago, and I still have the printout from it. I have like one long thread where I was asking different questions based off of volume and order flow. Like ChatGPT was the one that told me that when I'm trading the alternate pullbacks where it starts with a lower low, goes to a higher high to a higher low, that the best trades are when the point of control is in the wick of the bar. And when I got back into order flow, that is something that I paid attention to, is, wick or body of the candle. But it made a good point as to why you want the point of control to be in the wick, because when you're changing trends like that, so like changing trends like this, higher high to a lower high, it's kind of important, 35. It's kind of important that the POC is in the wick, because with you changing trends like that, you want the buyers to be absorbed early in the reversal bar. And when I went back through this weekend, like reorganizing my analysis sheet, lo and behold, almost every trade where it starts like that and the point of control is in the wick, the trade won. Yep. So that's something that I have to keep in mind. And it's something that's really easy to remember, so that's a good thing, but yeah. Yeah, it did a really good job of yeah, telling me about making sure that the volume looks like that, telling me that the point of control matters, because what I did was I said, okay, well, when it like spit out different information, I on my initial question, I said, okay, well, does it make any difference with the type of pullback? So I said, for instance, option one is a traditional pullback where we have a higher low to a higher high to a higher low. Option two is an alternate pullback where we have the lower high to a higher high to a higher low. And then I put option three is a no interest reversal, where it's a lower low to a lower high to a higher low. And it literally spit out the difference. It was like, all right. It even told me that with the no interest reversal, because, you know, we're going from a lower low to a lower high to a higher low, we're trying to push through a lot of resistance there. And so I would need completely different rules for that. So ChatGPT did its thing a little bit, just a tad. I even told it that like I was using 16 tick Rinkos, specifically Ninja Rinkos. I told it that I wanted like a stop loss of 18 ticks, take profit of 18 ticks. So I really just used it to give me an idea of kind of like what, I mean, I already knew what I was looking for, but I kind of used it to see if my thought process was right. Does that make sense? All right, we're at the major resistance level at 392.25. Let's see if and how we push through this. I might have missed that other trade. I could be up $430. Now, okay, all right, all right. Oh, I'm so slow. You know what? I was missing trades today, completely forgetting about this one pattern that works a lot, and this is one of them. Damn, I forgot about that. It's a pattern where like it basically confirms that there's momentum, because the reversal bar will have less volume and a lower delta, like the combination of the two. And the reason why that shows that there's momentum is because basically the push happened so quickly that there was not enough volume in order for a volume in delta to even build up to try to push the trend. And so this was one of those trades, and it's probably been happening a lot today, but I just completely forgot about it. Damn, damn, damn. All right, 934. Let's see. 23. Volume it up. Oh, that changes things a little bit. 6. I might end up break even because of this trade. If it loses, I'm okay with that. Well, you motherfucker. Try to get in. No fill there. Oh, well, that would be why. Look at that. Bar closed and it just skipped right on through. I'm pretty sure y'all saw my order on the chart. Not heifer keep dreaming. I'm weak. Um, you might find some good stuff. I have actually seen people that I know personally who have used it to like have ChatGPT tell it some of the best stocks to look into for short-term plays. I've seen people use it for binary options to see which contracts were best for that day. I mean, obviously we have to use it at our own discretion, but like if you have like a foundation for a strategy already, but you feel like you're missing something or you have different components and you're trying to figure out which components are most important, which ones are not. Maybe you're looking at a certain component of your strategy the wrong way. I'm telling you, I got sneaking and uh-uh. Oh, no, ma'ams. And I'm gonna say ma'ams with an S because both of y'all are just a little out of pocket this morning. I want to sneak and link too. Just a little jealous, just a tad. I don't like that. Yeah, pull your, like my granny would say, pull your britches up, time for you to go home. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3. I think I gotta wait one more. Damn, I'm mad I didn't get filled on that trade. So yeah, I'm gonna look a little bit more into this over the weekend because I think that I might be able to make this work. All right, so here's what I see. So this is a volume up down indicator. So you can see how the volume of this swing started with this reversal bar that has like 243 volume in it, but you can see how there was some level of resistance here. So we built up to 448 volume in this candle. And so that's what I'm kind of using to determine like which bar I pay attention to. And even though there was 448 volume in that candle, there was only -4 delta. So that lets you know the buyers were really trying to fight there. $305, $306, this candle here. Thanks, because y'all are tripping. Trying not to say a job, don't give me a face. Okay, I'm sorry. My link can linger. No, well then they're not a sneaky link. You trying to do too much linking. They not supposed to linger. You got it all wrong, ma'am. Whew. I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all. 41. Too much volume. I mean, not volume. Too much. Yes, too much volume in that reversal bar for this swing. There would have been the stop out. Be homework this weekend. Let me know. Let me know on Monday. Let me know. Matter of fact, I'll open up ChatGPT right now. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the questions I was asking it. Because my session's about to be over anyway. see, was it this one? No. All right, I found the right thread. Cool. Team. Too much delta there. 32. Are we inside? No, we're not. Okay, or you could just push all the way up there. That works too. The hell. Oh, market, you just wait until I fix this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look at that this weekend because I'm really liking it. All right, so let me scroll a little bit. I even asked it like if the swing starts with a double bottom or double top start, then what? All right. Okay. So, because I'm not trading anymore. Stream only. Okay, so here's some of what I was asking. So, does the type of pullback change the entry requirements? Example, an alternate pullback, which is a lower low to a higher high to a higher low for the buy and vice versa for sales versus a traditional pullback versus a no interest reversal. So it told me the type of pullback does change the entry requirements. Oh man, hold on. Wait, you guys, just you wait. I actually might want to take a stab at this. $31. We are kind of close to Are you gonna be that person? You are gonna be that person. We stayed here way too long because now it's showing that that level is not really that strong. Yep, see? Now this is something that I noticed on my own. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. Let me put this order flow chart right here and show you guys. I kind of talked about it a little bit the other day, but I want to show you guys what and why this matters so much and why I love order flow. All right, so actually it'll probably help if I pull my other chart over. Let's pull this one over here. And let's take the chart panel off because I'm not trading anymore. All right, so as you guys can see, my reversal bar here has a lot of volume in it compared to any of the volume of this swing down. So obviously I would have to compare it to this reversal bar because that's the bar in the swing that had the most volume. Okay, so naturally one would think that if you have a lot of volume in a candle plus a lot of delta in the candle, that it, especially when you're moving off of a level, that is like A1 setup, right? It's the complete opposite actually. And here's why. First of all, hold on, because my alarm's about to go off. Okay. And ChatGPT ain't tell me this. I noticed this on my own. So anyway, so you can see that the delta of this bar is positive 64. Now, so it's squeezed like that because the chart is so far to the right now, but the buyers are in control of in the point of control, right? Okay. So 64 delta, and then the delta of this one is 31. So you would think, okay, there is a lot of buyers. There's a lot of volume in the candle, and there's a lot of buyers. The buyers are completely in control of this trend. However, you can see as soon as we had a reversal candle up, we dropped. Here's why. Because if that level right there, I think is that's the current open. So the current open for me is a level of support. But even if it was a resistance level, because we all know resistance can become support, if this level was very strong, then either we would have reversed up with lower volume in this candle or a lower delta. With there being a lot of volume plus a lot of delta, that means that the buyers had to work way too hard to push off of this support level. And that is why we literally rejected. We dropped like 72 ticks and then we pushed up from there. And these are things that like legit just come from watching charts for so dang on long. And when I put order flow back on my charts, I was like, hey, that's a little weird. You would think that this would push really hard off of that, and it always did the complete opposite. And I noticed that like when you sit and think about some of the things that you see on the charts every day, a lot of things start to make sense. But anyway, all right, back to Chat GPT. Sorry. Okay, so Chat GPT. Good morning, Trenches. Good morning, good morning. Did you take a nap or you just got home? Not NQ is an a-hole. Okay, so I asked it the difference between, or if the difference in the type of pullbacks changed the entry requirements. So you could see how it told me that with an alternate pullback, the price makes a lower low, potentially trapping sellers, and it breaks above a previous high, which contributes to the higher high, and it signals aggressive buying. Finally, it pulls back to a higher low where buyers look to re-enter. And we know I enter off of pullbacks. So you can see how it told me like your best entry confirmation is for the point of control to be there near the wick of the reversal bar, showing buyer absorption at the higher low. Some of this other stuff didn't really matter that much, but it even explains that if the point of control is at the high of the higher low bar, buyers might be late, increasing the risk of a deeper retracement. And when I went back through the 120 pages of trades and went, and reanalyzed them, recategorized them, that was something that I noticed. On those alternate pullbacks, whenever the point of control was in the body of the candle, it did not it was kind of like a break even type of thing long term, because those are trades that happen from January 27th until like March 31st. So in all of that data, the point of control being in the wick of the candle almost always wins. Just kind of depending on if the point of control is a trap or not. And then you can see that for a traditional pullback, it told me the point of control being inside the body of the reversal bar indicates that there's strong buyer control. And then it even told me that this was, I don't know if it was in this one. Let's see. It wasn't this one. It was somewhere else in this long thread where it was telling me that this particular setup, which I kind of already knew, was like the highest risk pullback that I can take. There's only 3 types and that was the highest risk. But yeah, just kind of give it, if you do it, Janelle, just kind of give it like a solid foundation of what you look for in your strategy and ask it like specific questions based on different parts of your strategy to see if it'll tell you like, hey, you should look at this a little bit different, and tell me what you think. Let me show you guys the accounts. I'm definitely taking a nap. I just went to sleep. So Let me show you all the accounts. But this is something that I'm going to look at over the weekend, like I said, because I'm really liking this. And I think that even once I go back to a 16 tick chart, I'm really going to like it once volatility slows down. But this is where we are. So I am up 385 on the account, and I'm at full drawdown now. As far as the performance this week, I didn't trade on Monday, right? I don't remember. Shit. Let's see. I don't think I traded Monday. So I only took 1, 2, 3, 4. I took 5 trades this week, 1, 3, and broke even on 2. I didn't even realize that I didn't have any losses, but I do know that one of those days that trade was actually invalid because I was going for a buy and the delta changed to -1 at the last second, but it still won, so who cares? So I'm up 615, no, $595 this week on this account. I'll take it. I will take it. So the plan is to stay on this 40 and 2 chart next week as well. I might end up switching it to a 40 and 4 chart. I'll see, but I kind of do like the 40 and 2 chart because I don't want to get too far away from a 1 tick threshold, because the 1 tick threshold is my favorite. However, this might be convincing me to go to a 2 tick threshold, because really nothing necessarily changes except, you know, every bar in the direction of the trend takes 2 ticks to close instead of 1. But even when volatility slows down, I might end up changing my 16 and 1 chart to a 16 and 2, because the zigzag might be smoother. And if it doesn't change the results of what I'm doing, I have no problem with doing that. So we'll see what happens. You're welcome, Janelle. You're welcome. But yeah, so that's it for me, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't do too much sneaking and linking and geeking in this weekend, okay? But if you do, think about me so I can live vicariously through you. Thank you. But no, please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.